Okay, so today is what, October the 12th, and well into October, and I am feeling a really, really, really great shift in my mind over the last like 2 months, and I've kind of shared a little bit every call we've had, but used to, I am like throwing myself into the crazy mode of self-defeat and self-insecurity and you name it, and I'm like done with all that, and I'm really trying to let God take the wheel on this business because I am confident that this is where I'm supposed to be. And so I feel at just a weird peace, and so it's really, really crazy. But that peace can only come from believing in yourself and believing where you're at and believing where you're going. So before I even start this call today, I want to ask you all that, like, do you believe in yourself? Like, truly believe that God has you exactly where he wants you, and he does want to do a big work in you. And I'm not necessarily talking about Beachbody, because right, Beachbody is just our platform to share and grow as a person. It's not who you are, and it should not be based on what you even share on social media. You have to believe in you. Believe in you, that you have a special, unique purpose. And then do you believe that God's going to actually use you? Like, guys, I have been struggling with this for a long, 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 long time. And I'm finally like, yes, he wants to use me in a huge way. Am I ready? Probably not. Do I want to? I'm a little scared. But at the same time, like, I'm ready to be used. But the only way that we can be used is if we believe in ourselves and we believe that God has a bigger purpose in all of this. And then it's not about the products. It's not about the fitness. It's not about the Shakeology. It's about us and him using us. So keep that grounded in your mind, that the whole purpose of this community that we have is to strengthen each other as sisters. And we're just using Beachbody as a way to something that we can do every day that we know works. Like, thank God we have that, right? But the basis is believing in yourself and believing that God has you here for a reason and has a bigger purpose in all of this. Because I think that paralyzes us all. I mean, even in my marriage, that thought process of truly believing that I am a good wife, I am capable of doing what I'm supposed to do for my husband, but I have to believe that that is true. And then I also have to believe that I'm going to screw up and God's going to have to step in. So think about that in all areas. Like, guys, this belief in yourself, it's got to be rooted, and we have to start living that out. I have not lived that out. Matter of fact, on the days that I don't invite, I'm not living out that belief in myself. So on the days that you all choose not to invite and you all choose not to share this great opportunity, well, it's we aren't believing in ourselves. So please start just do some soul searching. That's what I've been doing. That's all I've been doing different, is being consistent with my time with the Lord, and really listening to lots of personal development. And so, man, if you guys do not have that on your daily list, please, please, please. I listen in the car 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. But it's changing my thoughts about myself. And so I want you guys to believe. I believe in you. You know that. Yeah, guys, you know I believe in y'all. You wouldn't be here. But if you don't believe in yourself, it doesn't matter what I think, right? And even our husbands, like, they can be positive and motivating and encouraging all day long to us, but if we don't believe in ourselves, it doesn't matter. We're still not going to go to point B. We're going to stay right where we're at, and nobody wants to do that. So I love you guys a lot, and I have this huge fire in me of belief. We've got to believe in ourselves and believe that there's a bigger picture in all of this. So I want to talk today about this. It's a acronym, and it's growth. And everything that I've been sharing over the last several weeks, all of this I'm bringing to you from Platinum Edge. And so it's usually speakers. Like last week was Danielle, and this week is Megan Eagleston. So you're going to need to get out your pen and paper. Because all these need to be written down. But Megan Eagleston, you can look her up on Facebook. She is probably one of the most humbling coaches that I have ever heard speak, and even in her posts. She's very soft, but very direct in everything that she's done with her business. And she recently achieved 15 star. So she never thought that she actually turned down the opportunity for coaching because she did not want to sell anything, and she was already a turbo kick instructor, and she was just like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, I can't sell anything. Anyways, needless to say, her life is completely changed today because she just led with her heart and led with what Beachbody has been doing for her and her family. So she talked about improving yourself so that you can help improve others' lives. We talk about this all the time, right? We talk about if we work on us, then we are going to help other people better. So how to create unstoppable growth with basically some small steps that she breaks down into the acronym GROWTH. So growth challenge, this is what she calls it. She calls it a challenge, and she basically tells you that you need to be doing this on a monthly basis, but also revising and relooking at things. So her first tip is the G, and it's get real. What is holding you back in your personal growth? Her get real is literally sit down, think about, write down what are the most challenging things that you continue to face in your business and what needs to change immediately. So if you think about that, every month we should be able to sit down and say, okay, well, I barely got 3 challengers in my challenge group. Well, what needs to change for us to have the confidence to keep inviting more people, to get more people into our challenge groups? Or I haven't invited to coaching in months or ever. Well, red flag. Like, that's an area that you need to get real with yourself and grow. But as I talked about it a minute ago, what her whole thing is with the get real is you need to establish the most immediate areas that you need to grow, and you need to take action. And usually when we talk about getting real and we talk about the areas that need growth, how many of those areas directly is related to our own confidence in ourselves? Probably like 100% of it, right? So get real and write down the areas that you know that you need to make, that need to change in order for you to move forward in the business. Letter R, reach outside of your comfort zone. So she says, if you do not do anything each month that stretches your comfort zone, you will not grow, period. That's her belief. And she's not saying like do extravagant things at all. One of the biggest things she talks about is one of the things I challenged you all in the Ignite Your Business. If you aren't doing live video and the gurus, Mari Smith, Chalene Johnson, are telling you that that is what's going to get most reach, just challenge yourself to do that. Get out of your comfort zone and do a live video 3 times a week, 1 time a week, like whatever you got to do to get out of your comfort zone. And if your comfort zone is to avoid or shying away from inviting to coaching, well, she says take action, make a point to do exactly what would get you out of your comfort zone. And then the letter O, own a system. You go gather the information that I've already given you. YouTube videos are going to give you from other coaches, trainings that you can watch, and you gather your own system. You own that system. Find one and make it work for you. She said, don't use the excuse of, well, I didn't get what I needed. That system didn't make sense to me. That's really not working for me, so I think that's why it didn't work. For everything in the business, she says, her upline quit. She's a 15-star diamond, and her upline abandoned her. She left the business and quit. She had nothing. So she says, there's no reason why you can't make something work for you. And if what you've been given doesn't make sense or isn't working, it is your responsibility to find something that works and just do it and stick to it. Then the W, this is where you're going to take a step back at the end of the month. So if you found a system that works, if you reach outside your comfort zone and do a few extra things to make that system work, and then if you're getting real with yourself and trying to figure out what is it that you can do to grow yourself, and I would say probably the number one thing that we can all do to grow ourselves, if you haven't gotten this on your list, is more personal development. Making sure we're getting that in every day. That is probably the number one thing that will help us grow this business, is more personal development. But if you're doing all those things, then she says the W is what happened. If you do the 3 steps that she's told you to do for the month, at the end of the month, what happened? Did you grow? Did you feel like you were more productive? Did you feel like that was the right decision to get out of your comfort zone and doing more videos, or just reevaluate what happened and assess your growth? And even if it's little growth, guys, because honestly, is this business really about the Success Club points or really about the money? No, it's about our journey, our own journey. So if you feel like a better person in 30 days and you feel like more confident in yourself, that is growth. So guess what I would say? What she says is that you keep going. You keep doing what you just did. If you have more confidence in how your month was, you keep going. So on to number T, the letter T. Take time to celebrate and acknowledge your growth. And guys, this is probably the hardest thing for me to do. I do not recognize a lot of positive of any part of my life. I just feel like, well, I can always do better. There's something else I can do better. But the reality is that if we don't step back and say, okay, you know what? I killed my power hour 3 days this week. The week before, I didn't even do any. But this week, I killed 3 days of my power hour. This week, I invited 2 people every day consistently. We've got to acknowledge, take the time to celebrate those small things. And even if that means that you start rewarding yourself with small little rewards, like another personal development book or a training or even a workout top, like simple, easy things that you're like, you know what? I worked my tail off this week. I know I did good. I know God's going to bless that. Recognize it and celebrate it. Because if we don't, we're going to feel defeated. And that's how I have felt for so long. And I've been spending a lot of money this month. I'll tell you, I've been celebrating and I have been giving myself a lot of treats this month, because I'm like, you're doing good. Like, keep going, keep going. And I think so many times we have to be our biggest cheerleader. When we don't believe and we don't celebrate our own smallest achievements, then we don't feel accomplished. We don't feel like it's worth it. And that's where that belief comes in, is that we have to believe that we are worth it and that we do deserve a recognition. And you have to just know that you're the one that's going to have to do that. I'm learning this because if I put pressure on my husband to give me that reinforcement, it ain't going to happen. If I hope that you guys as my team would give me that reinforcement, it's not going to happen. Like, not that y'all won't or not that he won't. I just can't. That can't be my only source of joy and recognition. I have to learn to be my own best cheerleader. We have to learn that. And I've learned that from Terry, my girl. You know, I've been talking about Terry Seville Foy. I have been on her podcast daily, but I've learned that from her. She's like, what goes on in your head is how you live your life. And if you cannot learn how to be your biggest cheerleader, no one is going to cheer you on. And you're going to be in this cycle of negative defeat for your entire life. You will live your entire life that way. And so be your cheerleader. Be your best cheerleader. You know I'm your biggest fan. But you got to believe in yourself. Then the H. Oh, to just add on to that for her, the T. So she's saying acknowledge growth. So celebrate who you are becoming, not the numbers. So this is actually something that is really, really awesome to share on social media. If you know that you're trusting the process more, if you know that God has given you an inner peace that he can only give you about your business, about whatever you're journeying to, share that on social media. We have to recognize I'm not the same person that I was 2 months ago. And this is where I encourage you guys, as you're reading your personal development, like April, you do a really great job, and Ashley rocks this all the time. Tabitha rocks this all the time. And Angela, you have been doing this too. when you read from your devotion or your personal development, share what you're learning. Because what this does is this allows people to see your growth. It allows them to see your growth. And so that's a huge thing that we can share with other people. So make sure that you're celebrating who you're becoming. Truly own that growth in yourself. And then the H is put your head down, recap what all you're learning, what all you've done, what all you've accomplished, and repeat every single month. Head down, repeat. That's her H. So you're going to repeat the process. Get real with yourself. What are you not doing that you know you need to be doing? What are some areas that you know you need to grow in? Actually step outside your comfort zone and make growth happen in those areas. Own a system. Be consistent with your system. And even that even comes down to your post on social media. If you want to make life easier for yourself, do exactly what I've taught you guys to do. Pick 3 areas in your life that represent you and post about those 3 things. That's it, every single day on social media. That's it. If you want to simplify all of this, just create a system, stick with the system day in and day out. Own it. Own whatever you want to do. It's about you. And then assess what happened. Did it work? Did it not work? Celebrate your successes. Celebrate your journey, your accomplishments, what you're becoming, and then do it again and do it again and do it again. So if I can, you know me, so y'all are going to like laugh, but I would love, please, everyone, if you all can, tell me one thing that came to your mind when I said get real with yourself. What is something that you know you need to improve on, that you know that you need to make an immediate change in? I will not name a name to go first, but I do want all of you guys to just share one thing so that you have something churning in your mind and something that you're like, okay, well, that's something easy I can just start working on and finish out the month knowing that I actually move forward in that area. Who wants to go?
I know that when I invite, I don't, because a lot of the stuff that I've been listening to and reading, it talks about how you have to believe that they're going to say yes, or that, you know, and I don't. I like when I'm like, I'm just going to do this. They're not going to come. They're not going to reply, or they're just going to say no. And I sit there to do it anyways. And I'm like, oh. And so I know I need to work on that. But let me tell you one thing I did do. Because I think it might have been one of the calls, or it might have been totally something else I was listening to. And they said that when someone says no, ask them why. Say, why are you saying no? And if it's money, you know, you can, whatever. So I had someone, I don't know if y'all have that Nextdoor app where it's like your neighborhood and stuff. Well, so I posted about it on there, and I've had quite a few people like message me, and we'll maybe go back and forth, or then I just don't hear from them again. But this one lady came back and she said, I think I'll have to pass. So I actually asked her, I was like, do you mind if I ask you why? What is it? Because I know you said you wanted to lose some weight. And so do you mind if I ask you why the challenge doesn't sound appealing to you? And she said she wasn't really interested in doing a shake because she's nursing and she didn't want to do anything too vigorous and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, long story short, we talked about it some more, and so she's not going to order a challenge pack, but she's going to do Payo. She's ordering Payo. So I was pretty proud of myself about that one. It was a very long back and forth talk about it all, but at least she's doing something.
No, I think that's amazing, and that's a good reminder. That's a good reminder for all of us, and even myself, to be bold enough to say, you have no idea how much this has changed my life. Why don't you? So that maybe I can understand and I might have something else to offer you. I think that is magnificent, and it does take longer, but you know what? It's about your relationship with her and your desire to help her, not about the products. So that's
that's where that's the other mind frame is. It can be anything. It doesn't. I mean, I would love to help her, but I can't help her just me myself. So.
Awesome. That's a good. There. So yes, believing. So honestly, I want to share this really, really quick with y'all, because this is another thing that Terry, on her podcast on Monday, she asked, are you praying and giving thanks to what you want. Think about that for a second. If you want 3 new people to join you every month, are you starting your day with saying, thank you, God, for giving me these 3 people that I can love on, that I can encourage, that I can motivate, and that's supporting me in my business? Like, are y'all doing that? Because I know that I don't. I like go through the list of thank you, God, for my house. Thank you, God, for my children. Thank you, God, for all the things that I already have. But she says, are you believing for what you believe in? Are you saying, God, thank you for blessing me. Thank you for giving me these 3 people that I don't even know who they are yet. Thank you, God, for allowing my 5 coaches to rise up and grow their own businesses and helping me rank to my 5-star that I am dreaming to become. Thank you for giving them that vision and helping them grow. Like, literally, that will change your world. Like, if you're a mom who wants to have more children, like praying, thank you, God, for that beautiful baby that you have given me. Thank you for this opportunity. Like, to me, that's so humbling and so is a game changer of like what we want and that's basically saying, God, I believe in you so much that I'm already telling you thank you for what I know you're going to give me. So, and what you said, Angela, like literally, if as we invite, if we have in our mind, well, one of these people is going to say yes, because I already know God's told me he's got 3 people waiting. So, like, one of them's going to say yes. I already know. So that will just, I think even we can laugh it off and we can be like, God, I don't even have the confidence, but I'm going to believe this. Somebody is going to say yes. Because I'm the same way as you. I sometimes get in that funk of, what, nobody, I can't help nobody. Nobody trusts me. I don't have, like, of course we do, because we get so many no's. But man, that mindset, guys, that's all this is. It is a freaking mind game, and we got to let God take control of our mind, because I know mine is weak. So I just wanted to share that, because that's what I have been doing lately. And I'm telling you, by the 15th of the month, when I haven't hit Success Club already, I am in the biggest mess up here. Always, it interferes with my family, with every part of my life, because I feel so defeated with myself. But I'm not. Right now, I am not. It's like the first time ever that I'm like, God's totally got this. Like, I know what I'm doing. I know that I have a great thing to offer people. He's just going to have to bring them to me, and I trust that he's going to do it. So it's changing so much for me. So I want that to be true for you guys too. Okay, who's up next?
Go, April.
I'm really sorry, guys. My husband's grandmother, she's about to die, and then I just got a call from my kids' teacher, so I'm a little distracted right now. So I do apologize, but it's better for me just to listen to y'all right now, and because I've just got so many things going through my mind on how we're gonna make all this stuff work. And Jason needs to go to New York because she's probably gonna die, and I just yeah. I'm not in it right now. I mean, I'm trying to learn from y'all and listen, but I'm doing the best I can right now. Sorry.
That is totally okay. Totally okay. Don't worry.
Okay. If you can hear me through the screaming kids. I do really good on some weeks with my meal planning because we have the money and we can go to the store and I can plan. And then other weeks it's like, all right, we're down to oatmeal and carrots for the next 2 weeks and trying to put up a meal plan. And so I know that I've got to be better about planning my meals and working with what we have. And I know that that's one thing that I struggle with, being consistent in my meal planning. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Girl, we all know how that is. It's totally okay. But that's perfect, Tabitha. That's absolutely perfect, because all honesty, it's about your journey. And so owning the things that you know that need to improve a little bit. I mean, my gosh, you're about to deliver a baby. So Angela,
Sorry.
I'll just fill you. No, you're totally fine. Angela, I'll fill you in. So I just went through an acronym about growth. And the first, and you'll have to go back and watch, but I'll tell you what I'm asking everyone to share. But basically the first part of this, the growth, the G stands for get real with yourself. What is something immediate that you need to do in your business, in your life, something that you know will help you grow? So that's why I'm just asking everyone to like go around and share just one thing that comes to their mind of something they know they need to be more consistent with, or they know they need to change, or and so that's all we're doing. It's no big deal.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be anything grand at all. It's just anything that comes to mind that you know you need to be a little more consistent with, or change, or do.
I'll hop
You want me
in.
to-
Mine would have to be inviting. I think some days I'm good with it and I can get my 5 out and be done, and then other days it doesn't happen. And when it doesn't happen, like 2 days, if I go 2 days without doing it, then the rest of the week is kind of screwed because I get in the habit of filling that time with something else.
Yeah.
Because everything's just kind of busy right now. And I think it would just be consistently inviting. I don't think I can master anything else until I've gotten that routine down and actually seen success from it. That's kind of where my mind is at right now.
Yeah. No, I think that's awesome. I think, and that's exactly where I am too. I think that when I don't consistently invite, then I do feel defeated because I'm not filling the spots that I want to fill. So then it just creates this cycle. And like you said, other things get in there. And even for myself, you know what I'll do is like if I haven't invited, I tell myself, okay, I got to get like 30 minutes of good personal development, get myself revved up and geared up and like get me going. And then I still don't invite because I've just put something else in the place that I just need to do it. And I've gotten a ton better, like ton more consistent than I used to be for sure. But it's a daily, you're exactly right, Ashley. I think that the rest will come. We can't find our tribe unless we invite people to join our tribe. And like, it's this the whole, you're exactly right. So thank you for sharing that. I think we can all be better with inviting. But that other part of that inviting that I'm learning is that if I do exactly what Angela said, if I already assume that nobody wants to do this, then it just sets the tone. And I talked about this last week where I truly believe that they feel that vibe across, even though your words don't change, they feel the energy of whether you believe in this or not. And I just do, because on the days that I'm like, all right, I'm doing this, I got this, like, God, you can do this, we're going to do this, like, it just is I get different responses. And then the days that I'm like, I'm a piece of crap, I'm not made out for this, like, I mean, nobody, who the heck, like, and then I have to say, well, who in their right freaking mind would join you when you're thinking about yourself that way, like, you know, and they don't, of course, they don't. So, yes, so I think that that's like my new belief and vision for our team is this only a belief in ourselves that only comes from God. Because you guys know my struggle. Like, my struggle is so severe, and I haven't even told many people, but like when my husband was going to went back to work, I literally almost checked myself into a psych facility. I'm just being real and raw with y'all because I was so dark, in such a dark, dark place. I had told myself so many horrible, horrible things because I felt like he had given up on me and who I was and what I was trying to do. And that wasn't it at all. Not at all. Like, are you kidding me? Like, he loves me and he wants our family to grow and to thrive. But I had gotten my thoughts so jacked up about myself that I was like, I can't, my kids don't deserve me. Why would I want to live? Like, I had gotten myself so dark that I was telling myself that he doesn't need me. He would be fine. My kids would be fine. He would figure it out. Like, I just am no good to anybody, like, just terrible things. And I literally, like, I was so close. And I had told him, like, if you come home or you don't hear from me, I've probably checked myself in somewhere and you're going to get a call from somebody. Like, I told him, prepared him. But of course, like, by the grace of God, like, I've had different things. My success partner, Amber, just when I ask for prayer, people are praying for me or getting messages from people, and it's totally Satan. But my biggest vision for all of us is truly to see ourselves as how Christ sees us. Beyond that, we're going to do great things because it's going to be through him. But when we try to do all of this stuff on our own, it doesn't happen. It's not going to happen, and that's not how life is supposed to be. Matter of fact, he says, sister, you meet me halfway. You do what you can do, and then you have to let me do the rest. And so that is my prayer for all of us. Like, that is my new vision for us, is that we can truly see ourselves as beautiful, as unique, as having something amazing to offer people, and lead with that. Not lead with our fitness, not lead with our products, but lead with who God has created us to be. And it's not pretty, it's not perfect, and we all have this crap that we carry on with us, and all these hang-ups and these things, but that's beautiful to God. That's still beautiful to him. And so he wants to use all that junk for his glory. And so I'm sorry I kind of went on a crazy tangent, but I just want y'all to know, like, when we believe in ourselves and believe who we really are in him, like, I'm telling you, there's a peace that I'm beginning to get and feel this love from God that I've never, ever felt before. And it's really, really awesome. And so it's a beautiful thing. And so I just want y'all to know that, like, this whole growth thing, like, for me, what my big real thing was me. My big real get real with yourself, Chanel, was, who are you? Who are you? You're trying to be all this stuff on your own. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And so for me, my journey, honestly, has been, for me here and me in my heart, and learning who I really am and learn what Christ's love for me really looks like. And it hasn't been about the business, because it didn't need to be about the business right now. And so I just want y'all to know that's where my get real kind of started long ago. And so the whole Platinum Edge, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, everything I felt like was speaking directly to me, that this is about you and your journey. It's not about Beachbody and the products. It's about you and your journey. And so with Tabitha, like, you sharing my meal plan, like, it's about you. That's so important. And guys, we have to own our nutrition and own our fitness, because clearly that's part of the business and part of being healthy. But whatever it is that you have a hang up on, that's where you need to shift your focus. Shift your focus on toning up that game and that confidence in that area, and the rest will follow. Y'all are hard workers. You all do an amazing job at being you and doing what you can with the time that you have. So we just need to start shifting that focus onto that positive stuff that we really, really need. So thanks for listening. That was kind of a therapy session for me. So I missed my session on Monday, so I'm thankful that I got to share that. So anyways, okay. So we're going to wrap up, because I know y'all's time is precious. So any questions on anything at all? I'm trying to think if there's anything pressing. Well, let me go. So Super Sunday, October the 30th, which happens to be my birthday. I am trying to make it a priority to get there. My whole family will be in town. And so there's a small part of me that just kind of wants to invite most of my family to come to Super Sunday to, like, get to experience what it is to be a coach. So I may do that, but I'm just kind of like trying to figure that all out. But please, 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 if you're local, make every effort to attend. The Court of Force crew is going to be there, which is, I'm so excited about the program. And I got Ashley, we all did that program at Summit, that little glimpse where they were on. So that was really fun. And then if I end up going, and I'm going to let y'all know as soon as possible, but it's early, so we could actually just go grab a quick lunch if we wanted to afterwards, because it starts at 9 this time. So kind of excited about that. Okay, so that's that one. And then I went ahead and threw out there December having and Tabitha, like, yeah, Tabitha's going to have a new baby. Of course, she cannot come. But I wanted to throw it out there because I just wanted to cook dinner, like kind of have a semi-formal thing for the team, just as something fun where we can kind of dress up sort of and like have a formal, I can get my china out and like just do something fun as the team for the team. Nothing business related at all. Like if I have a bunch of people, I may bring a guest on just to give us a little fun pep talk or something like that, but literally not a big deal. A couple hours of just food and drink and have fun. So, but I do want to just let y'all know about that because I would love to get that on the books and solidify the date. But I think that's it on my part. Anything from y'all at all? Any questions? Any comments? Okay. All right. Thank you so much for getting on. You guys have no idea. Like, this is one of the highlights of my week. I get to see your faces and connect with you, and it just means so much. So thank you so much for all your hard work. I know you are doing an amazing job, so don't believe that you're not. You are. God's timing is perfect, and so we're not going to question why we're in a certain place in our life right now, right? We're not going to question that. We're just going to put our head down and do all these things that we know we need to do. So, okay, I will see you guys next week, and of course in Facebook, and if y'all need me, you know where to find me. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye. I just want to say that we do need you very much. So
What?
we love you and we thank you for all that you do for us. I just want you to know that, though. I mean, I think you already know that.
I
But
do.
I just want to verbally say that we you and we appreciate everything, and we couldn't do it without you. So
Well, I
don't
thank
you go
you,
nowhere.
April. I appreciate you so much. And y'all, I do. I know that. I know that's true.
I also want to say thank you for the weekly meetings. It's a little difficult with the time and the kids, and so I apologize for that, but I really get a jump start with the weekly meetings and kind of getting back on track, because somewhere at the end of the week, it's like my brain just goes all sorts of different directions. So I've really been enjoying the weekly kind of call-ins. So I love it.
Good. I'm glad. I do too. I'm going to keep going, even if I'm the only, like that one week I was the only one. I'm like, well, here we go, team meeting. I'm going to it. Like, I'm cool with that, because if I'm giving you value, just if you would not mind, if you can't get on, just do me a favor and just go back and watch the recording, because I did notice that several of the old ones, nobody watched any of them. So it's not a big deal, really. This is all going to be for like all of our new teammates that come on board. They can go jump and watch these calls. Like, who cares? But if you did miss a call, know that like this is not just me sharing my thoughts about the business. Like, I'm going to bring you stuff that other people I know is good, valuable information. So anyways, do that for me. Okay. All right. You're so welcome. And I love you guys so much. Okay. Bye.
Bye.